The Community of East African States announced Tuesday that armed groups and the government of the DR Congo will hold peace talks in January in eastern DRC, following 3 previous meetings in Kenya. The meeting further resolved that groups operating on Congolese territory to disarm and return immediately and unconditionally to their country of origin. The facilitator, Uhuru Kenyatta, reiterates to the armed groups their commitment to the cessation of hostilities, access to humanitarian workers in areas under their control, as well as immediate release of children associated with their respective groups. The facilitator asked foreign armed groups operating on Congolese territory to disarm and return immediately and unconditionally to their country of origin. The announcement was made at the end of the 3rd session of the inter-Congolese dialogue, which brought together for 8 days in Nairobi representatives of some 50 armed groups, the government and civil society.
South Africa's ruling party ANC's backing of Cyril Ramaphosa in his farm scandal has sparked strong reactions at the parliament from both sides of the political spectrum. On Monday, top ANC leaders who had met to discuss President Ramaphosa's future vowed to stand by him and oppose any motion seeking to remove him from office.
As the ANC, we will vote against it.
While the South African leader also filed a petition to the Constitutional Court seeking to have the investigative report indicting him reviewed, declared unlawful and set aside.
At least they must have enough time, they must have clear terms of reference. We are not fighting with the panelists, but we are saying their conclusion is not very conclusive because they have some doubts in terms of whether the president has contravened the constitution or not. And we are saying this is a democratic country. Anyone has a right to take a matter to review.
Meanwhile, the opposition Democratic Alliance has denounced the planned support of the ruling party for the embattled Ramaphosa.
So it is a bit suspicious that we're seeing the same Zuma playbook, using the parliamentary majority to defend yourself and Stalingrad legal tactics. We're seeing exactly the same situation as we saw play out under Mr Zuma. So I think it is the wrong call. As parliamentarians, we've got a duty to hold the executive accountable, and that applies to every parliamentarian. It shouldn't be just the opposition.
To initiate an impeachment vote would require a simple majority in the National Assembly, where the ANC has 230 out of 400 seats. The impeachment vote itself would need a 2/3 majority to succeed.
In this language school in Tunisia's capital, students prepare for the intermediate level test in German. They are often highly qualified but cursed by unemployment among young graduates in their country. Engineer Namin Matsia got help from her parents in financing her lessons and the visa application. Unemployment is high in Tunisia. There are many engineers who don't have jobs. The best solution is to emigrate. If someone gets respect, consideration and a decent salary, that's better. East of Tunis, in Korba, Elias Jelassi is about to move to Germany. He has a job contract as a senior nurse in the city of Wiesbaden with free accommodation for the first 6 months. Numbers are small but rising fast. Germany granted over 5,000 work permits to Tunisians from January to October this year. I have many friends in Germany who motivated me to go and work there. Compared to Tunisia, the salaries are good and the working conditions are unfortunately better than in my own country. Germany is close to Tunisia, so I can return here at any time, not like Canada, which is far away. As his family gathered to wish him goodbye, Jelassi said he had never wanted to leave and plans to relocate in his home country when aged 50. Inflation topped 9% year-on-year in October, and Tunisia has endured years of economic crisis. According to the Tunisian Forum for Economic and Social Rights Group, 1 in every 2 young people wants to leave.
The United Nations on Tuesday warned Somalia was undergoing a catastrophic emergency due to the most severe drought in the nation's history. Speaking during a joint meeting of the League of Arab States, the UN humanitarian coordinator for Somalia said the Horn of African country was suffering from its 5th consecutive failed rainy season, with a 6th failed season predicted for next year.
As we gather here today, approximately 7.8 million Somalis, and that is nearly half of its population have been affected by the drought, and nearly 1.3 million people have been displaced since January 2021.
The UN had previously warned that a total of 6.7 million people were expected to face high level of acute food insecurity.
Morocco has qualified for the quarterfinals of the 2022 FIFA World Cup, the first in its history. The Atlas Lions managed the feat of taking out Spain in a penalty shootout. After recording a goalless 120 minutes of football, the deliverance of the suspense came at the end. Achraf Hakimi, the Spain-born Morocco right-back, fired the last kick that sent the Spaniards out, the country he could have played for. The defender completes an incredible session with the Moroccan goalkeeper Yacine Bounou as hero. The goalkeeper of the Spanish club of Seville remained unbeaten in 3 first attempts. The last African nation continues its road in this World Cup. For now, though, it's massive joy for the Moroccans. And their fans who came in numbers to Doha. Hakim Ziyech, the star, and Walid Regragui, the coach, were carried in triumph in front of a euphoric crowd of supporters.